Greetings, free thinkers. Welcome to the Hoggcast. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing fine. I certainly am. Okay, what do we have for you on today's episode? I have one clip to watch. This is a clip from here in Britain. We've got some British news for my British viewers who have said if I'll do more British news. And this is a doozy, right? This is the former Labour leader, Jeremy Corbyn's brother, Piers Corbyn. He has actually been arrested by the police. Now, why has this man been detained? He's been detained for giving this speech that we're going to watch, in which he suggests that, how can I put it? He suggests that fire should be applied to the private property of MPs, politicians, who support all of this mandate and the show your papers please society, the poke pass, yeah. Now that puts us in a strange position because it's a bit of a not a paradox, but it's a quandary. What do working class people do, particularly white working class people, the silent majority? You can't vote these people out because it's an idiocracy. The three main political parties are three different branches of the same tree. Yeah, they're all really on the same side, the globalists. The big three parties will never let anyone vote for the smaller parties like UKIP or the other, take your pick, yeah? They'll do all kinds of things. They will fortify it, yeah? If loads of people decided, if there was an election tomorrow, that they were all going to vote UKIP, the three main political parties in Britain would fortify the election, yeah? It would be one of these most secure in history type situations, right? So what do we do? Now, I'm not saying in any way that that's the right thing to do, what Piers Corbyn is suggesting. But what do people do? You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You can't vote your way out of it. You can't vote your way into it. Yeah, you can't physically act out to get yourself out of the situation. You're supposed to just sit there and take it. Yeah, fake news, mass immigration, inflation, yeah, the creeping threat of radical Islam, and so on and so on. It's like you can't do anything. You're not allowed to do anything. You understand what I mean? It's like you're supposed to just sit there. Anyway, look, let's get into this clip. Let's watch what he has to say. If you haven't yet though, please like the video, subscribe to the Hoggcast, hit the notification bell and share the video around if you find the video informative. I also have a membership scheme with 8 amazing members who honour and humble me that they support the Hoggcast financially by joining either the Coffee Club or the Gold Club. And you could be member 9 if you value independent commentary, because we are the underdog. We are conservative commentators. Anyway, let's go. Okay, let's check it out.
That means that you are going to then be, by March, you're going to be effectively somebody with a smashed immune system. A smashed immune system. You will have AIDS. That's what it means.
Okay, he's going a bit too far. Now, he started here by talking about the immune system. Now, there does appear to be some talk, that's all I'm going to say, that this relentless poke, booster of essentially quite untried medicines, I suppose we'll call them, although we're yet to see conclusively the length of the medicinal value that these boosters have. I'm trying to choose my words carefully, I'm sure you know why. But I think he's gone a bit too far on that point.
Millions and millions of people in this country who are treble jabbed will have AIDS by March. Let's be clear.
Yeah, he's going too far. Too far. He's going too far. And remember that this is the brother of Piers, not Piers Morgan. Sorry, Piers. He's a Piers Corbyn, the brother of Jeremy Corbyn. That's what I was trying to say.
That is what is going to happen. and there'll be millions of people dying next year. They will blame it on the COVID, on an Omicron, a moronic, a new moronic,
or on us.
a Boris one. They'll blame us, of course they are.
So there's a shred of truth in that. The rest is conjecture and probably won't happen. Now, it's true, they will blame Omicron, they'll blame the usual things. It'll be our fault, yeah. They'll blame us. And especially people like us who haven't been poked, I haven't been poked for this, we will be on the receiving end of everything. We will be blamed for everything. That being said, I do think that people on our side of the divide, and this guy's a bit of a paradox, because his brother is a confirmed communist. Yeah, Jeremy Corbyn is a communist. I don't know too much about Piers Corbyn, but he's going too far. I don't know whose side of the aisle he's on. If he's on our side of the aisle, he's going a bit too far, right? But we saw with the Glenn Youngkin in the United States, you know, the way that the woke left often frame things, yeah, to make the other side look either an ism or an ist, or to make the other side, our side, look like fools, yeah. So I don't know whether this is an attempt to do that that's backfired, or whether he actually believes what he's saying.
But look around, we're all healthy. We're going around unmasked. We're going around rubbing shoulders. In last August, we had 40,000 people hugging against the Corona con. Remember that? Yeah. None of us got ill. What they're telling us is a pack of lies.
That's the truthful thing here. Certainly the most truthful thing he said. We are being lied to. I don't care what anyone says. Don't take my word for it. If you've got a brain and you decide to engage it, do your own research. Certainly don't listen to CNN or mainstream media. You could make the argument, and I would probably concur with that, not to listen to this guy either, because his small smattering of common sense is littered with some very destructive comments that would do more harm to the non-poke movement than he would to the pro-poke movement, right?
No, it's hard to resist brainwashing, but we are winning.
It's true.
We are getting more support.
Okay, so he's saying we are winning, we are getting more support. Yes. If he means by we, if he means people who are pushing back on the tyranny and the Build Back Better and the New Normal Brigade and the Great Reset, yeah, let's call it what it is. The problem here is that by doing what he's doing, yeah, he's damaging our side of the aisle, right? Because, as I said, some of the things he's saying are truthful, yeah, has a smattering of common sense, a smattering of truth, but it's intersected with some very destructive comments that aren't going to benefit our movement.
But we've got to get a bit more physical.
Oh dear.
We have to take down these lying back centres, and we've got to take down these lying MPs. Now,
this is the part that gets him arrested, right? It's getting close to that. Now, this goes back to what I said in my open. I know sometimes my opens can be like 3 minutes, maybe 3.5 minutes long, and I apologise if you just want to get into the video. But when they are long, it's usually because I have a point I want to make, and this is one of those things. It's like I said in my open. We're damned if we do, damned if we don't. Yeah, you can't vote them out, because we actually seem to live in an idiocracy where they'll just tell you whatever. It doesn't matter who it is from which of the three main political parties. They'll tell you anything they think you want to hear. Then when you get elected, they just continue the status quo. They continue the idiocracy. They continue the globalist push. So you can't vote your way out. You didn't vote your way in. You can't physically get yourself out because you get shamed for doing it. What do you do? That's the conundrum. What do you do? People feel trapped. And and I know that the politicians don't care, they never do. But if by some quirk of fate a mainstream politician is watching this video, do you have a conscience? That's what I want to know. Do you actually care? Because I don't think you do.
We've got to support and welcome all of those who've rebelled or voted against Boris, i.e. rebelled from the Tories, or my brother and his mates. They voted against the measures yesterday, which is a step forward. They voted against.
Yeah, a step forward. He should have just stopped there. Yeah, he should have just stopped there.
That is good. We've got to support all those, and we've got to hammer to death those scum who have decided to go ahead with introducing new fascism. You've got to get a list of them. We can get.
It is really, isn't it? It is really, isn't it? A papers please society, a new dark age, something I've been warning about for a long time. But I think he lost it, as I say, when he said, you know, it's time to get physical. You shouldn't. You could make, of course, a strong argument that you shouldn't say that, but what do we do? What does a populist do? You often find that the mainstream politicians, the whole mainstream brigade, will talk about the sanctity of democracy and how the people's voices matter and all this stuff. Well, if they really matter, why don't you listen to us? They never do. They never listen to the people. The people they claim are so important, and it's all the sanctity of democracy. Why do you never listen to the people's wishes? You claim to do in the run-up to an election. The often cited thing that I cite is David Cameron in 2010. I thought he was a good Conservative to back, to get behind, so I voted for him. The reason why I voted for him, he said, this was in 2010, this is how long it goes on for, that he would get immigration under control. Yet, after he got elected by the people he promised he would get immigration under control, he immediately did a 180. Immediately. He came out with a politically correct speech saying, and I'm paraphrasing him here, but the gist of his comments were, it's not for the people who migrate to a country to assimilate. Apparently, according to him, it's up to us to assimilate with the new arrivals. And that's always stuck with me. That's his speech when he said that. This was right after the election. It's always stuck with me. Always. And I was just so angry. So angry.
Get lists of them on websites, and if your MP's one of them, go to their offices and, well, I would recommend burning them down. Okay?
And that's where he lost it. So that was like the last 9 seconds. That's what got him arrested. Yeah. So he has been arrested. I don't know about his status at the moment. This is still developing. It's still, what is it? It's 11:15 in the morning here in the United Kingdom, Greenwich Mean Time. So I'm not sure if he's still in the police cell. I don't know, but that's what got him arrested, because he suggested going to burn them out. I wouldn't suggest that. But it does. There is a big elephant in the room, or it might even just be a little elephant, but it's there. Make no mistake, it's there. And I've broached this issue twice in this video, and that is once in my open and once not too long ago. And that is, I'll quickly remind you, in case you skipped it. What do people do? We can't vote our way out of it. The whole Build Back Better, new normal stuff. We didn't vote our way into it. We're not allowed to do, how can I put it, non-political. We're not allowed to take any non-voting measures. What do people do? The politicians don't listen. The mainstream media lies. What do we do? The police come down on you like a ton of bricks. You get fired by your employer. What recourse do people have? That's why you're seeing a breakdown in society. Every time that happens, that's like a release valve. Yeah, that's like an emergency valve, a pressure valve. Just letting go. Every time you see things like that. Nobody knows what the rules are. The rules change every day. The people who make the rules don't apply them to themselves. They get caught out not applying it to themselves, and then they just go back to doing it again. They have no shame whatsoever. And then they arrest you if you even broach an opinion. Yeah. That being said, I don't think... Elephant in the room aside, I don't think he should have said it. I don't think it helped anyone. It certainly didn't help him. Didn't help the cause. But, elephant in the room, what do you do? I don't have the answer to that. I don't know what it is. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. If you haven't yet, please like the video, subscribe to the Hoggcast, hit the notification bell, and share the video around. I, for one, will see you in the next one. Goodbye.